to Half-Life 1, the PlayStation 2 version, done on PCSX2. I'm Andrew, joining me are Matt and David, and yep, we're doing a rather alright port that makes some weird concessions, but otherwise is a playable front-to-back experience. And a game where I learn that actions actually have consequences. Are some of them unforeseen? Yes. Are some of them within, my control to solve? Yeah, that too. Am I gonna do anything about them? The answer is probably not. What, do you think I have self-awareness? Where are we? Oh yeah, we got thrown at a garbage masher in the detention level. But then we got out. Narrowly.
Did you ever physically own the PS2 version?
No.
Got it.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's try to breeze through this chapter however much we can. Wow, what the hell is going on? Unless it's just Discord on top of everything else being really nutty. Yeah, in case this gets a little bit intolerable, I'll just switch over to the phone client and then I'll plug that in through the auxiliary cord. Discord's being hoggy. They really need to clean out the cache and the like.
Yeah, kind of breaking up a little bit. You mean your temp file?
Yeah. Sorry I had to beat up on you, but rather that than these guys. Hold up a second.
You murdered an innocent man.
Well, rather him get stabbed in the back than get lunged at by get eaten by that rope thing. Alright, how about now?
I can hear you.
Oh. Apparently the line and cord through my phone not really want to do this. Hang on. Just try talking again.
Test.
Okay, you know what? Let's just power through this.
Yeah, you're coming in fine now.
Alright. Yeah, I think it's just
It's just like your crew's on its last legs.
very much so. Yeah, I was going, I was just faffing about with, trying to put it off, but... It's like after May when I pay off the car repairs, I have no excuses anymore.
You're dead.
Residue processing. It's mostly about platforming. It sucks. Anything good down here? No. No. I do so hate this room so much. Come on. Yeah, no more Mr. Krabs. What the? Ah. Doorstep before. Classic Half-Life. And I do so hate this leap. Oh, so very much. It burns! It burns! Yeah, you gotta run the gap and make sure you hit that other side pretty cleanly. And no, trying to hang off on the edges doesn't work as much either. Ah. There's so much junk in here. Ooh. M203s. Extra shotgun shells. And a big hodgepodge of crap! We have to swim through a sodding sewer.
What you guys have to eat today?
I went to... I just ordered out.
Come on, Yosh, say it what it is. Or at least what the food was.
I went to Chick-fil-A.
There you go. For breakfast, I just had donut vitamins. I'm not the biggest breakfast person. I had chicken nuggets and fries for lunch and dinner. That's to be determined. They were air fried, of course. But...
You like McNuggets?
Oh yeah.
When I lived in Japan, we had a Burger King on base, military base that we lived on. And they had Japan had McDonald's too, but we came back to America. It was so nice to have McDonald's close by.
There you go.
You were sort of sick of Burger King for a while.
I
Understandable.
remember last time I had something. I remember last time I had something from Burger King.
You've never had an Impossible Whopper?
Nah.
They're expensive. They're like $8 or $9.
Yeah, it's not real meat.
You can always make your own, like, ground beef or black bean patties.
Yeah.
Our camping trip was pretty good last weekend.
Yeah, how was it? I'd like to know.
Well, first night it stormed, but I had a poncho, so it was fine.
Okay, I got past the pistons. I'm not gonna try to explore around the map too much in residue processing. Rather, there's not a lot of whole goodies or pickups, but yeah, event, keep going.
That's basically all I had to say. I mean, we did some hiking, not about 2 miles, but some of it was a sharp incline. What's your guys' favorite camping food?
Hot dogs, I guess. S'mores. Hot chocolate if we can make it.
Oh yeah, that wastewater down there, it's not actually safe water. You're gonna get irradiated from all of that. Just a little FYI. Kind of learned that the hard way a few times before. Oh boy, I'm gonna hate this part so much. Ow! Of course, they want to melt everything in toxic waste. And where's the door? Gotta justify a one-way door in this version of Half-Life 1. Or at least a one-way point of no return. Oh! That was not how you loft a satchel charge. Shut up!
I did some weed eating today.
Wait, say that again? I misinterpreted that as weed eating.
Weed eating, like, on on the yard.
Okay. Okay. De-weeding plants. Alright.
Do you have any bushes in front of your place?
Where my folks used to live, not anymore. So, unfortunately, it was all taken with walkways and stuff. Mostly because de-weeding and then trying to get natural grass to grow sometimes. Especially when you get, like, the fertilizer and other props. You're just going, why is this such a dead patch? Or it's like, why do the dogs keep pissing all over this place, making it uninhabitable? Let me out! No! No! Bad bees! Bad!
Not the base! Not the base!
We ate at a Bojangles on the camping trip. It was actually a good Bojangles. Most of them suck. The food is good, but the service is terrible.
Or it's hit and miss.
Everyone has a bad attitude, or
Really bad attitude. I mean, to the point of people coming in and them not even going to the counter. People leaving because they weren't going to serve them.
not sure they're gonna keep them in business.
But yeah, also, let me know if I need to tone down the volume of the game a little bit, because Half-Life is very, very loud. Even putting it at half volume. And don't get me started on the PC version. PC version is also stupid loud by default, but then again, I think we have just more powerful speakers than back then. Also, if you're wondering why I'm playing this game in 4:3 instead of 16:9, the 16:9 actually isn't true 16:9, but it's more like a cropped version. So, unfortunately, it's not like GoldenEye 16:9. Sorry.
Hey, it's no good up there. It's all sealed off. The only way out would be to find someone with scanner access who can open the front door. I'm pretty sure there's a few scientists hiding somewhere in the labs. Maybe with both of us looking, we can track them down and get them to let us out. Yeah, we might stand a better chance if we team up.
Yeah, audio balancing. I don't know what the hell it is. It was even worse when I started streaming, when I had a 4.1 speaker system and I had to delicately tune the speaker volumes. Now it's just off my HD TV.
Okay, I'll secure this area.
Yeah, just stay down here in the lobby. Extra shotgun shells. I'll take that.
Roger that. Let's run like hell.
Rather, one of you stay over here.
See you later.
Watch the desk. I'm going ahead. I keep forgetting I have L2 to duck and L1 to lock on. Kind of a holdover for when I was playing the PS2 version of Half-Life 2. I had L1 to duck and R1 to shoot.
Kind of sad you have to kill your own. Your own. Are those
to be
Marines?
fair, they were trying to kill you, so.
I know. Are those supposed to be Marines, though?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'll wait here.
If any of these guys break out, you got that. Shoot the aliens, then shoot me.
What is this thing? Is it some kind of weapon?
Put that down. It's a prototype.
Man, I'm using it.
It's
What do you mean, overdrive?
Well, that's what happens when you overcharge a weapon. Alright. Laser's powered up. Do not obstruct laser shield. How about I do?
assist. Thank God. Get us out of here before those military drones figure out where we're hiding. We all have retinal scanner access. Escort us to the lobby, and we can get out of the lab. You'll have to shut down the surgical unit first. Peters switched it on, but I'm afraid he never made it back.
Well, unfortunately, Peters just did not know how to duck, or the whole thing was just arranged in such a haphazard fashion.
Yes, let's go. I'll wait right here. Yes, fine. You won't even know I'm here. I'm going to stay here. All right.
Oh. Well, don't do that, just run!
Lead the way.
Isn't the friendly AI in this game kind of dumb?
It admittedly is. Just the pathfinding is a little bit jank.
Glad to oblige a fellow scientist.
Everyone looks so soulless. They have no emotion or common sense. Like, they just have that blank expression on their faces.
This game was made in the 90s, remember?
Okay.
I know, but...
Well, apparently I was a little bit too disengaged for him to talk and interrupted, so I'm not gonna redo the whole scene just for the sake of dialogue. I'll just tell you, it sucks out there. Get ready. I'll let the Lambda guys know you're coming. And don't expect anybody friendly out there until you hit the Lambda labs. A neurotoxin-laced crossbow somehow knocks out a whole, mechanical turret. Don't ask me how that happens. I would have thought there would be more goons out here, but I guess not for this version. I do so hate this part.
Which game I wish I had a copy of was Galaxy.
The Namco Arcade Classic Galaga.
Yeah, that would work. I guess I have a PlayStation, so I guess I can get it. Have to look into that. I might be look on it.
Then didn't you say you got a new PlayStation several months ago?
I did.
What games do you have?
I just have Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Road Rash. Just 2 games.
Do you have a
Yeah,
memory card?
I think I do have a memory card. It's been on the PlayStation hasn't been hooked up recently because I moved a lot of stuff in my room.
Got it.
Gotta make sure I try to not get noticed by that attack helicopter. What more than an experimental charged cannon to destroy an attack helicopter?
Power 85%. Power level is 100%.
Enough neurotoxin to make a leg shot completely lethal. Shh. Yeah, the hatch on the other side of the minefield, I need to open this, get in there. Ooh, free M203s. Hang on. I think I can do something with that. Oh, 4 M203s. There's probably an easy way to go about this and avoid a lot of these mines entirely. The easy way is just to have a couple of grenades or other explosives and just blow that open. These. And go through that corridor I blew open for myself. Yeah, there's probably an easier way to go around on the rocks. I never really bothered to blow up all the mines to figure out what could be the safest passage if you don't want to use explosives or somehow run out of them. All that for just one Energizer Bunny branded battery. No safeties, no harnesses. Me and my wits. Ah. Silly helicopter pilot. One of the quirks about Half-Life 1 is even enemy rocket launchers will still follow your laser-guided targeting dot.
There you go.
So, essentially, I didn't have to do anything. Helicopter got caught up in its own rocket splash damage, blew itself up. Silly army pilots. Stupid crab.
Whole thing.
Yep. That I did. Okay, rocket launchers. More Gauss rifle ammo. Well, more like depleted uranium or charged up stuff. Okay, next scene. You have to aim for the top turret. Nowhere else on the armor will it hit. I got them both? That's just sad. Well, I'll take all your ammo and free goodies. So long, suckers. Whoa! Didn't see that.
Help. Help me. Somebody, please help. I'm dying out here. Please, help.
I do not like these nest snipers. So actually, there's not actual marine model grunts in them. They're flat paper cardboard models that are manning some polygons. Or rather, manning a couple of stacked rectangles. It's stupid, I know. I have to get like a proper bounce or something to even get it to hit. Why I don't like this part of the chapter as much. I normally say that surface tension is only as hard as you make it, or at least the difficulty is more dependent on how many explosives you have on hand. The minefield and those sniper nests are why. And everything else that takes your explosives is also a big, fat bonus.
You're heading for the Lambda complex, aren't you? I was heading there myself until I wound up here and, well, simply lost my nerve. Take one look through that door and you'll see what I mean. I'm just going to wait out the catastrophe in here. If you intend to go on, then I beg of you, proceed with extreme caution.
A bunch of laser trip mines. I don't see what's too bad about that. Oh. A pair of nuclear-tipped cruise missiles. And the not so funny thing about this is I gotta sit down now. It's not even less than an hour, and I think I put way too much weight on one leg the whole night. Yeah. Every single mine on this map can be targeted by the auto aim. And I'm going, oh, crap. I don't think there's really any simple way they had about using the lock-on feature to snap between targets. In case, you know, you had to keep alternating. Alright. Where were we? Back to the suck. Oh, yeah, I see him. Meaning, don't let your lock diamond hang on to any of these trip mines for way too long, or better yet, just don't snap at them. Or just don't use auto aim at all. Ah, crap. How do I get past this box? Well, it still has two good walls and
Does the character have a military background?
no. So Gordon Freeman himself is just
Gordon Freeman, yeah.
He's just a physicist who happened to receive firearms training.
And it turns out he needs it.
He does. Yeah, you have.
There's nothing in the lore that he was like in the military at any point. Nothing like that.
Nah, he was just a guy who got his PhD from MIT.
Dr. Freeman.
Yes.
Okay, why not? Didn't want to die on our own. Yep, all that time. Pay off today.
Yeah, this part kind of blows a lot as well. Well... No!
You go on without me.
They really want to cave this place down. Leave it to an F-16 to carpet bomb the whole road. That took me way too long. What the?
That guy came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Probably a
I hate
mutual.
that crap.
Probably a mutual kill or just something with.
Seemed glitched.
I really wish that you could just put double satchels underneath it and then just blow the whole thing up, but unfortunately the hitboxes on these tanks do not work like that.
Power 75%. Power 90%.
Gotta get you out of here before they cave in the whole,
Okay, we might live on this.
Oh, come on.
I'll stay here and guard. Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, they shortened this room.
Okay, I'll cover you.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bunks and the like here, but
Sooner or later.
yeah, they changed the layout of this
Guy
building.
responsible for this mess. What is that smell?
All right, we should be. Reasonably topped off. What happens to the security guard down here? Oh yeah, we gotta open that from the other side.
Okay, I'll wait here and help anyone else who comes by.
Yeah, because, Barney ran for his life somewhere, and, did he just up and vanish? I guess so. Yeah, it's like he just saw the grenade and just ran. Good. Where did you run off to, huh?
Okay, I'll cover you. Yeah, yeah, let's go. Okay, I'll secure this area.
Dude, can you just follow me, like,
Yeah, we might stand a better chance if we team up.
through the hole here?
Roger that. Let's run like hell. I'll stay here and guard this area.
Yeah, just stay down here for a moment. I don't know where the other guy is, but I definitely would like you to open, like, one more door before you move along. Haha! You missed. Boo.
Power level T 100%.
I forgot what was the safest way to traverse through this without getting hurt as much, or at least all damage possible. Apparently running off a ramp. Give me the... Keeps treating me like I'm sliding down the ramp. Ow!
Major fracture detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
Fine, you know what? There's no reason for me to play it safe, then probably stop doing that. Rather, things don't result in me getting hurt too much. What? Shut up. I don't know if that was a big bit of helicopter falling on me that hurt me a lot, or... someone throwing an explosive in my face.
I don't know if we should go any further. This doesn't look right. I was really... Okay, why not? Didn't want to die alone anyway. You go on without me.
Let's go watch the rest of the arms locker. Well, I've already pilfered the whole arms locker, but still.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, this is as healthy as I'll ever be, so... I do so hate those snark nests. I usually just wait those out. Oh. Thought I killed most of you. At least you wouldn't bother to want out enough to find me. Oh, bastards.
All these creepy weapons you have. One looks like Davy Jones' hand. Yes.
No. It's like... Death by bees? No, how about death by big stick cannon? That's all of them, right? Right? Gotta aim for the fleshy bits. That's what I have not been doing. Or rather, it's kind of hard to do it with a controller. Relatively.
Power 90%. Power level is 100%.
No wonder I couldn't find you. You were hiding behind the bricks. Good night. Dude, why are you shooting me? Go after the crabs. Idiot.
Check fire.
Yeah, they actually completed the bridge here. You don't have to jump the gap. There's no other doors or other hatchways into this place. What? How do people even get out of this building? I kind of do wish the lock-on function wasn't so dependent on the weapon you've equipped, because some of these are just so comically low in their range.
What's that stench? Stand back. Hello. Okay, might live longer if we work together. Now, I wonder if those boys could have made a bigger mess.
It could get worse.
Okay, why not? Didn't want to die alone anyway. That'll look nice in my trophy room.
Come in, Cooper. Do you copy? Forget about Freeman. We're abandoning the base. If you have any last bomb targets, mark them on the technical map. Otherwise, get the hell out of there. Repeat, we are pulling out and commencing airstrikes. You must start its order. Get below.
I am not going to try to wander around in the garage for this moment just for the sake of time. And because this place, if you don't know what you're doing, can get you pretty drained pretty quickly. There's a few other goodies laying around here, but I'm not going to go way too deep into the left side of the garage. Not worth it, in my opinion. Also, do not flick the switch, otherwise that turret will kill your guy over there.
Alright, looks like Darren's right. I'll be back. So.
Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, I'll wait here and help anyone else who comes by.
First, you can't target the nests. Ah. Yeah, there's a pair of alien grunts, and you could probably get a battery and a couple of rockets down there. I personally wouldn't at this point. I would just get hurt a little bit way too often to justify
Roger that. Let's run like hell.
the reason of going down there.
That's one.
Yeah, let the snarks drown. That's probably the best way to go about this. I do so hate that. How are you not dead?
Emergency containment door engaged.
How many more bunker busters are they gonna try to throw into this place? Oh yeah, they got rid of those mounted turrets. looks like I'm relatively healthy enough and armed enough. We should be fine. I hope. Ah, 90 minutes in and pretty much towards Lambda core. What was with the scraping damage there? I wonder. Cool, some handheld explosives. Okay, good. They're dead. I don't have to worry about anything else anymore. I stand corrected. And this is why I don't play console versions of Half-Life 1 on hard. I mean, 2, probably. But 1, not really. I'd rather do that mouse and keys.
I apologize, Mr. Freeman, but I couldn't risk opening that door until I was sure you had scoured the area. This is the last entrance to the Lambda complex. Every other has been sealed off to contain the invasion. When we realized that you might actually make it here, we drew straws to see who should stay behind to let you through. Obviously, I drew the short one. My colleagues are waiting at the tip of the Lambda reactor. Waiting for you, I mean. The reactor is shut down right now, but you can activate it on your way up. You'll have to flood the core anyway to get into the teleportation labs. You're not authorized to know about those. But I can see you already know a great deal more than any one man is supposed to. Were you in weapons research too? I built the glue-on gun, but I just can't bring myself to use it on a living creature. You don't look as if you have any trouble killing things.
Well, at least I know I can bust ghosts with this. Thank you. Alright, cool. We got the proton pack. Oh, jeez. Ah, what's a Valve game without valves?
system.
Alright, I'm back. You got your ass kicked a lot in the meantime?
Thankfully, not so much. I had a helicopter fall on me and a few other things, but I haven't really died other than that early blunder.
Don't linger, Mr. Freeman. Turned on the pump. Now take the access pipe, flood the core, and get on up to the labs without delay.
I would have been willing to use the shotgun more on this run, but yeah, the lock range on this is just pitiful. And sometimes lining up shotgun effects in video games is kind of a pain in the ass! Yeah, here's another major difference between the PC and console versions. So, yeah, here to one of the main core components would be a straight shot, but here they kind of give you a little bit of a bridge to give you a break. So you don't run the risk of drowning between load points. Because in vanilla game, from the access shaft to one of the main cores, yeah, it's just water all the way through. It's just more or less, they don't want you to run the risk of drowning midway through a transition point. Ah! Hate that. Oh, bloody fucking hurt from that. Ah, okay. Now I'm thinking with portals. Any goodies down here? Just tell me what goodies I can take someplace.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, I'll wait here and help anyone else who comes by.
Ah. I think I'm fine with pickups for now. I don't think there's any batteries down there, so not gonna bother.
Okay, we might live there for a while if we did.
Oh, gee.
Okay, I'll...
How dare you follow me all the way up here? Oh yeah, there's supposed to be 3 scientists here, but I'm guessing space limitations say, sorry, just one.
Still say there's nothing in chaos.
But yeah, if you really need to get a lot of health and batteries, port number 5. 6 does not do anything. Other than get you freaking hurt through a big collapse. Nine will kill you. Find door number 8. Ah. Just battery power. Yeah, don't go through that that door unless you really want to do it on hard mode. And definitely don't take that door if you're playing M mod. That particular...
Well, if you do.
There's a bunch of Vortigaunts that like to ambush you in that room. What was normally supposed to be just a break room is also a little bit of a fuck you room now. On vanilla game and on this one, it's not, but for M mod, it is. Yes, welcome to what I consider the worst room in the game. Shit.
Hazardous radiation level.
Yeah, if you fall into the radioactive pit, you're pretty much dead. So, yeah, don't, if you can help it.
Freeman, you finally found us.
So this is the guy. We thought you'd never make it.
This is the supply depot for our first survey team. Quite a few handsome specimens were collected from the border world and brought back this way. Before the survey members started being collected themselves, that is. We suspect there is an immense portal over there, created by the intense concentration of a single powerful being. You will know it when you see it. I hate to say this, Gordon, but you must kill it if you can.
Yeah, you'd better kill it.
Of course, you owe us nothing, Mr. Freeman, but you've come this far. You know as much about these creatures as anyone.
Enough to know that if you don't wipe it out, there won't be much for you to come home to.
Yes. So, if you're willing, my colleague is waiting for you at the main portal controls. He will open the gates for you, Mr. Freeman. Do hurry.
Don't forget to gear up, and I'll cover you while you're waiting for that portal to warm up.
This, Mr. Freeman, is a long jump module created expressly for navigation in the world beyond. I certainly hope you received long jump training, because once you're in Zen, you will need it. I would advise you to practice before crossing over.
Oh, we're pretty much nearly topped off in terms of ammo. Cool. So, pistol and rifle ammo, good. Magnum ammo, good. Shotgun ammo, good. Crossbow ammo, could be a little bit better, but, it's fine. Proton pack and Gauss cannon ammo, good. Rockets maxed out, explosives maxed out. Alright.
Yeah, we might stand a better chance if we team up.
I guess you can't bring him along to meat shield. Okay.
Hello, Freeman. I'm up here. Practice your long jump if you must, but hurry up.
I'll stay here and guard this area. Okay, I'll cover you. See you later.
All right, well, I can open the portal now. The process is complicated, and once it's begun, I must not be interrupted, or I will have to start all over again. Don't enter the beam until I give the okay. Understood? I will begin.
You go on without me.
Oh dear! Get yourself in position. It's ready. You must go now.
Yep. We're officially in another world. How are you not dead? That's just sad.
Want to have some alien meat? Were Half-Life aliens inspired by anything?
You'd have to watch the 25th anniversary behind the scenes further concept art and the like for where they got their inspirations from.
Yeah.
And never forget that Half-Life 1's engine was built on iterations of Doom and Quake.
Correct.
Ow. A price I am willing to pay! Oh, I'm surprised I got that.
Minor fracture detected.
Don't worry. Shut up! Oh, God. Damn it all. I really thought this was going to work. Okay, now it did. Yeah, see what I mean about the shotgun lock range being kind of shitty?
Yeah.
Alright, what horror awaits us here? A giant four-legged testicle. That awaits us.
Yuck.
Ew. No. Leave me alone. Ow. Oh, bastards. Yeah, I got myself hurt a lot unnecessarily. Yeah, don't stay locked onto it any longer than you need to. Yeah, second phase of the fight, lean on your shotgun a lot. One very big problem with Zen is you may be inclined to treat it like a bog standard FPS level. Problem is, though, Zen will kind of kill you for that. You were saying?
Yeah, well, shotgun can do a lot of damage at close range with targets like that.
Yeah. You can arguably say this is one of the parts of Half-Life 1 that arguably did not age as well. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're gonna proton pack this. Ladies and gentlemen, I have made it to the worst chapter in the game. No, you little shits, leave me alone. Well, I got my bees, I got some explosives. Yeah, usually what I like is the killing blow on the Gonarch is have a trio of satchels on the floor. When she drops down, just detonate it. Should be caught in the blast of all three. Then, there you are. But yeah, a lot of rockets, a lot of shotguns, a lot of my 9mm bullets, and a lot of my enriched uranium just went down the drain with that. Luckily, I still have a big chunk of the Magnum and crossbow left, but... I'm just like wondering, how the hell did I get all that shit spewed down on me? Huh. Cut down the number of enemies here. Well, hooray for that, I suppose. Yeah, there's a lot more Vorts, and I won't be surprised if there's a lot more of those controllers that pop up. But, Whatever the case, it's fewer hassles I need to deal with. I'm not gonna get locked and gassed. Ah, that's a good hearty restock. Too far for me.
Major fracture detected.
It hurts a lot, but don't worry. There's some healing spots right after this. Is it any wonder I hate this chapter? Okay. Down. Snipe. I don't even know who you are. I'm not looking for Discord buddies right now. Sorry. Crap, I didn't shoot him fast enough.
Is that like an auto message or something? What's a bot?
Probably. And despite some others' objections, that was one of the reasons I had followers only mode on for Discord every once in a blue moon. Mostly to stop shit like that. I don't know. I made you a
Every
mod.
once in a while I get that, yeah.
Yeah, I made you a mod on Twitch for a reason, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta do this part again.
I think I could try deleting it from the chat history.
Yeah. That nailed it. Yeah, it's nice being able to be on a platform and not get freaking shot by a stream of Vortigaunts.
35% power, 15%. Power, 65%.
Okay, cool. I killed him fast enough.
I mean, does Twitch really have a followers only thing?
Yeah, it does. You can also define the length. The one thing I do not do for it, though, is, well, I just say, just make sure you have an email address. I don't go as far as saying, give them your phone number, because that's a little bit, too intrusive, in my opinion.
Yeah. You can actually track people down with that. Pin them down to some reverse phone lookup site. That's if you're like a cyber stalker or something.
If there was one thing I did wish the console version of Half-Life 1 had, instead of bloody cheat side buttons, it would have been a weapon quick swap key.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because, well, Half-Life 2, you don't have as many weapons to handle with like 1, and therefore all the weapons could be just easily remapped on the D-pad, or at least easily accessible from the D-pad. And the other, well, there was one hot swap button with the gravity gun, but yeah, the PC versions you could just press the Q key to quick swap between two weapons. Otherwise, whenever I play 2 or most other Source games, I tend to turn on fast weapon switch, so I don't have to hit the number key like once or twice to pull up the menu and then confirm my choice. I was just like, press 1, Counter-Strike, pull out the knife instantly, or in Half-Life 2, just pull out the crowbar pretty instantly. 2 for the sidearm, 3 for the rifle, 4 or 5 for the grenades. You get the point. Well, grenades are other accessories. Let's see if there's any alien controllers out there. Yep. Yeah, thankfully those energy shots only do as much as an SMG/rifle bullet.
55% power, 70%.
On hard mode, I believe it's about 3 shield points plus 1 HP, or otherwise, if you're unprotected, it's 5 HP. Another healing pool. That is if you go past the tentacle on the right. I always like going through, No, I meant... Yeah, whenever I go from the start point, I always go through to the left. Yeah, there's a snark nest and the like in there, but... no reason to use a snark nest in... Zed! Damn it! Ah. You can't reach me. But these guys can. Calm down. Nothing makes me clench more than this particular scene. We might be done with this soon enough. That is, if I can tolerate the bullshit of the Vortigaunt factory long enough for me to make a push for endgame. We're almost there, guys. Just... a whole tower worth of shit to climb up through. We're almost there. And, yeah, if conditions permit, I'll try to skip, some of the side rooms if I can, or at least, that one major, side room, with a bunch of supplies and the like. You can probably tell at a certain point when I've just had enough of, Interloper's bullshit. This way?
What a strange alien chamber. We're in these jars.
You know those muton-like grunts that shoot bees?
Yeah.
Those.
That's just lovely.
Get! Go die in a tire fire. You too. No, I've said that quite a few times.
Yep, I can vouch. Of course, it was landfill fire. Of course, that's more of a me thing. What is worse, a landfill fire or a tire fire?
You can arguably say that things in a landfill may have more toxic waste than the rubber and tires.
Well, landfill bonfire. Oh wait, nah, that'd just be the same thing. This whole landfill would be on fire.
Yeah, don't be afraid to use a shotgun in close quarters, but otherwise, for this chapter, just lean on your magnum and crossbow as much as you can. If you're a crack shot against the alien controllers with a crossbow, more power to you. Me? Not on PS2. Or at least, not on console emu. I always just bloody hesitate to line up the shot too much sometimes. Yeah, there would be a few more alien controllers that pop up around here, but thankfully, that ain't the case. But yeah, this is why, yeah, I may have taken the Hollow instructor's advice about try to reload during pauses a bit too... maybe not literally, but a bit too liberally. Magnum rounds maxed out. Okay, I got my M203s, got my crossbows, got my proton pack ammo and all my rockets, so I think we can keep leaning on the the Magnum and crossbow a little bit longer. Okay. Leave me alone. But yeah, this room is also slightly changed. Wait, where's that shot coming from? Ah. Yeah, they got rid of one of the healing stations around here. I said I wouldn't try to go through that room if I could help it, but, well, I couldn't. Yeah, it really irks me that they don't have the healing booth downstairs here. The only healing booth is way up top.
Wow, it's quite a climb, yeah.
Yeah, this is the only healing booth down here in the... up here. Yeah, on the original version, there's a healing booth right after you make that long jump, or at least right after you make the drop to first be in the room. Thinking we're probably fine the rest of the way. Final boss time.
What the heck is this?
What the heck? Yeah, I admit, climbing up here is a bit annoying. Oh, come on! No. Yes. Not like that. Like that. Should probably save, Yeah, try to not get hit by more than the 2 portals on hard or more than 3 on normal. That was not it. Where's the high jump? Yeah, you'll know you've done enough damage when all the glowing orbs around him are destroyed. Be sure you destroy the crystals first, and he'll only shoot 1 sparking orb at you, rather than 6. Well, I think we've saved Earth, right? Right?
Big asterisk. What that creature even is?
Gordon Freeman in the flesh. Or rather, in the hazard suit. I took the liberty of relieving you of your weapons. Most of them were government property. As for the suit, I think you've earned it. The border world, Zen, is in our control for the time being, thanks to you. Quite a nasty piece of work you managed over there. I am impressed. That's why I'm here, Mr. Freeman. I have recommended your services to my employers. And they have authorized me to offer you a job. They agree with me that you have limitless potential. You've proved yourself a decisive man, so I don't expect you'll have any trouble deciding what to do. If you're interested, just step into the portal and I will take that as a yes. Otherwise, well, I can offer you a battle you have no chance of winning. Rather an anticlimax after what you've just survived. Time to choose. It's time to choose. Wisely done, Mr. Freeman. I will see you up ahead.
Well, that is Half-Life 1 for PlayStation 2. Decay I will do next Sunday, probably as, most likely as a solo episode. We'll shift gears for Fridays moving a little bit forward. But, Matt, in case you were wondering what that creature is, yeah, some biomechanical monstrosity. Or rather, something biological with psychic powers, but with mechanical crap added onto it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure if this pretty much means I'm done with my Half-Life 1 quota for what I play when I play it once a year. I'll definitely do 2 again down the line, but I want to do 2 with M-Mod. I'll probably shoot for late June, early July with that. Probably one of the few things I want to do with the new tower spec. Yeah, after May, I'm pretty much saying, you know what, enough faffing about and waiting or wish listing all this stuff. Just order it all at once. Yeah, I'll probably wait till late May for that. I gotta do some car maintenance and other things during May. Once that's paid off and I get some of the other side stuff out of the way, I'll definitely commit to it. Just gotta find a place to get it assembled. Alright, so in the near term, yeah, I'll be shifting gears. There's a title I want to do for the next few Fridays. We'll stick with that. Half-Life Decay. It's technically a 2-player scenario. You can do it solo. However, yeah, they recommend you do it with 2 people. And just as a little FYI, I will not be shooting for a double A rank run. It's not gonna happen solo. I mean, I could try, but it's a lot of time wasting and a lot of unneeded effort on my end. Like, let's just show off the game and try to do a solo double A rank run. Oh. if you try to make me do that with the bonus mission Zen attacks, I think that'll be a whole 6 hours. Not gonna lie, it took me about 2 hours to solve this one, and that was just with getting double B ranks. Yeah, it is possible to do 2-player double A ranking if you both know what you're doing, but let's just say friendly AI may be a little bit too spray happy with their weapons, or, you know. The problem is, though, there's no reliable follower AI, so whichever character you take over, the one that doesn't stay still and, let's just say, is very ludicrous with their ammo consumption. Sometimes I've had to be a little bit out of the way, and yeah, Resonance is pretty friggin' bad when it comes to that. Because it also has to do with how the weapons in Half-Life are modeled. Because the assault rifle is really more of a crowd control weapon. It actually does less damage per shot than the pistol. That's the thing about when they when Gearbox switched over some of the weapon models from the Glock and MP5 to the Beretta and AR-15 light carbine. From what I heard, usually I like to call it the M4, but from what I heard, it's technically not that. It's more like what do they say it was? It was like a Colt 727. Yeah, it's one of the few things that... Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit honest. I'm not too much a fan of how the Glock looks in Half-Life 1, and I'm not a big fan of the silver reflective look of the MP5 from vanilla Half-Life. Give me like a dark gray matte, and I think I would have been fine with that. And yeah, this was yeah, Rift actually adds a little boss fight and a lot of open areas, so okay. I'm not gonna try to double.
So you don't really like the model of said weapon? Yeah, you don't really like the model of said weapon?
I'm not really for OG Half-Lives. Believe it or not. For some weapons, I don't, and yeah, I prefer the sanded crowbar look in the high-def model pack rather than just the big reflective glossy look in the OG version. I'm sanded crowbar is more like, yeah, it is definitely something that looks like it's taken out of your tool shed.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
So, dual access, that one's relatively easy. Hazardous course, yeah, depends if I can get some of those turrets out in time. Surface call, I forgot if this is the one where I have to make sure one's covered while the other is turning the wheel. Ugh, hate that. Resonance, though, hate it. Domestic violence, not too bad. Code Green, not too bad. Crossfire, I forgot what this one was. Intensity, this is more of a puzzle-based map, so expect me to look like a complete idiot on this one. Rift, final boss. Zen attacks, I'm gonna die a lot doing Zen attacks, so I'm probably gonna skip this one if I'm gonna do Decay. Unless I have a whole hour or two to kill. But in which case I'm probably gonna get burned out with Rift. Alright, so yep. Decay, I'm gonna do solo next Saturday or Sunday. Just depends on what day I decide to do trails. And then next few Fridays on, we'll just commit to doing Paper Mario. So yeah, gonna try to...
I might stream that someday.
Yeah, Paper Mario 64 is a pretty nice one. You might like it. And it's only a 20 to 25 hour RPG, so it's not
Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with it. I might never have beaten it, but yeah, I'm not like new to it.
Yeah. And then Thousand Year Door, the Switch port's coming out sometime late next month, so I want to go through that as well. That's another... the base story is 20 to 25 hours. If I try to do a bunch of other side stuff, maybe 30 to 35, but yeah, the base story isn't too long either. And then after that is... I'm not sure if I want to do Tokyo Xanadu one more time.
Wasn't it like 2019 or 2020 you did that one?
It was 20, because we were in peak lockdown when I did that.
Yeah.
That was when Mixer was still a thing.
Wait, it's gone?
Yep.
What happened to that?
Shut down, and then another company bought it out.
They renamed it?
Yes.
Did you ever use Mixer?
As one of my simulcast sources, but that was until yeah, when that shut down, I was like, yeah, I just cut it off, and then Restream pretty much made the decision easier for me when they say when they cut it down from like 3 simulcast sites free down to 2. So.
Gotcha.
Alright, so any impressions you had with the PlayStation 2 version of Half-Life? I'm just gonna say this straight up. Yeah, it's an alright port. I know they changed a few things for the sake of space saving, or, you know, to make things a little bit less frustrating. It's serviceable-ish. The lock-on mechanics, though, it probably reminds you a little bit of aiming in Everything or Nothing, or From Russia with Love, as in, it'll give you just a reference point. You know, it's like, you'll lock onto the body, but you still gotta do a little bit of fine aiming from there.
Yeah. I think From Russia with Love was a smoother experience now I think about it. I think I might have fine-tuned some stuff. But as far as the game, Half-Life, on PS2 specifically, I mean, it's ported to PS2. I mean, it's gonna have, you know, it's gonna be locally, in, how do I put it? It's gonna be pretty much capped to the PS2's capabilities and stuff as far as graphics and performance goes. I think the PC version looks better and all that, but hey, like I said, it's PS2. You know, I don't think it's on GameCube. I don't believe so.
It's not. So there's a little bit of behind the scenes for that, but I don't know all the details. Other people on YouTube will have better verses on the subject. Initially, the first console port for Half-Life 1 was supposed to be on Sega Dreamcast, and it was also supposed to come with the Blue Shift expansion pack, but then that got scuttled for whatever reason or another. Someone did find an image and then did a playthrough with that, but from what I heard, the controls were a little bit clunky and god-awful. And apparently that might have been just a limitation of the Dreamcast's mouse and keyboard. And then later on, Gearbox pivoted to another direction. They went to the PlayStation 2. And then, yeah, Blue Shift ended up being moved out. Blue Shift and the high poly assets got moved over to PC. And then there was the PS2 version of Half-Life 1 that came with Decay.
Interesting.
Yeah. The thing is, though, with the PS2 version of Half-Life 1, it was pretty much any decent or any generic compatible keyboard and mouse. You could also plug into your PS2's USB ports and use that to play the game. I just did it with a controller just for shits and giggles. Then again, it's like I already play Half-Life 1 with a mouse and keys like damn near all the time. Why not? I am not gonna try to go as far as to try Black Mesa with controllers. There's still a few kinks they have to work out. That and I don't know if you guys have any recommendations for any good other controllers for shooters, or God forbid if I get the Steam version of Monster Hunter World. Yeah, tell me what you guys recommend with that one. I might be thinking about just biting the bullet and getting a DualSense, but it kind of has to be really worth my dough to even consider. Yeah, if you're going to recommend me the Xbox style controllers, I'm not too much of a fan of asymmetrical sticks. I'm not going to go way too deep wide. Yeah, for PC.
You like the PlayStation controls better.
I'm much more of a parallel sticks guy.
Do you have big hands, you don't mind me asking? Oh, wait, I can see.
Depends on how big you think these hands are.
I'd say they're average. Is the PlayStation control a little small in your opinion?
Not the earlier DualShocks, like the 2 and 3, not so much. Maybe with the DualShock 4. I haven't really had like a full feel of the DualSense controllers, so no valid opinion there. And I think I've pretty much made clear my stance for what kind of controllers I prefer, but then again, I'd have to go bloody commission it or something. I think my certain kind of gamepad would be have the Xbox One's L2 and R2 analog triggers. The DualShock 2 or 3's L1 R1 triggers. That way it's like it can be either L1 R1 shooter friendly or L2 R2 shooter friendly, or if I'm going to be doing a space shooter like Strike Suit Zero or House of the Dying Sun, where L2 L1 works for thrusts and R2 is like for guns, and then a face button's for shooting missiles or the like. I'm a big fan of that one. I would say high parallel sticks like the Wii U Pro controller would be what I would prefer. It's just a question of, being able to have like a good enough D-pad for fine-tuned platforming and good face buttons. But yeah, I think high parallel sticks would be my sort of jam for shooting. That way I could just keep my thumbs focused on aiming and Alright. Yeah, because I remember there was another company that did something like that. I think it was the Saytech Cyborg, but when Logitech bought them out, they discontinued that. Or wait a minute, I don't think they did face buttons and stick changes. I think it was just left side D-pad and analog stick changes. I know Thrustmaster does modular left side as well. I forgot if they did like pure modularity. I'm thinking the face buttons for that one are fixed.
Is a GameCube controller your exception to your asymmetrical stick control rules?
Yeah. Then again, it's very...
It's triple. Actually, it's triple if you think about it.
Mm. Because they don't really use the D-pad that much, unless it's like for auxiliary things, and it's
inventory,
like, there's not a lot of platforming you do on the GameCube controller for 2D. And I'm gonna say this though, one thing that they didn't screw up for the GameCube controller was D-pad to analog stick translation when you were doing things on the Game Boy player or the like. Because I was like, yeah, I could get through playing a Metroid title with a GameCube stick. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's just the However, the one thing, Matt, that probably would irk me a little bit is how stiff the C-stick was when you were doing first-person shooters on the GameCube. There was a lot of sensitivity fine-tuning I had to do with that.
That sucks.
It's like for platformers or fighting games, I'm like, yeah, I'm good with it. Or, just run-of-the-mill RPGs. Yeah, it's doable. But for shooters, I probably would not be fond of the GameCube controller. DualShock's more my way to go with that one. Or, hell, the Wii U Pro controller was my way to go with that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you ever want to stream with a PlayStation Lite controller? just for games like this?
That and maybe a few other titles. Just a few others.
Like a knockoff PlayStation controller, like a third party that looks like it.
Or one of their subcontracted ones. Because nowadays, I think some of the first party guys, they subcontract some of their certain designs to other companies. I know with the Nintendo Switch, the wired controllers, Nintendo farmed them out to PowerRay and PDP, and yeah, PowerRay's early batch was a little bit god awful because their sticks would probably peter out within 18 months. They got a little bit better with that, though. PDP is, you've seen me play with the GameCube style controllers for Switch, and those are pretty decent. Just the sad thing is they don't have a rumble or vibration. I'm like, ow. That's the one.
That sucks.
That's the
Are
one.
they more? Isn't that more distracting though?
Depends on the game.
Like for Golden 64, for example, I don't do rumble packs. It's like, it's cool and all, but I need to focus.
Or hell, it's like if you play Metal Gear Solid, it's like they made fun of the fact that it's like, yeah, the DualShock does have vibration, such as, yeah, I need to relax. It's like, yeah, just relax your hands. It's like, zzz, yeah, that feels comfortable. Or trying to directionally control the vibration of the controller. It's like, yeah, it's like, just lay down your controller and watch me do my magic with it.
Yeah.
Or it's like, yeah, put the controller on your back and then just let the vibrations do the rest. I'm going, okay, that's a little bit going too far.
That's going off the deep end.
Yeah, one thing's for sure. I definitely wore out the shooting trigger on this controller. On a per controller basis, I'd say up to 50-ish. If it's about 60 plus tax, then so be it. But I'm not going a little bit too overboard. Again, it's just I'm just weighing my options, or I'm just looking around for what looks a little bit appealinger out there. It's also kind of funny though how some controllers. I knew like the old Logitech Dual Action had like the 1, 2, 3, 4 when you go counterclockwise from west. However, it's like most of the numbered controllers I see now are more Xbox oriented, where they put one at the Xbox's A position.
Oh, so I kind of changed it around.
Yeah. And then there's always going to be the question of, oh boy, it's like, are you playing with the Xbox format? Are you playing with the Nintendo format? Or are you playing with the PlayStation format? I know, like, another Metroid 2 remake, I forgot what they really did, but honestly, I think I just used Steam Big Picture to handle the controllers. They used to handle controllers naturally, but I don't know what happened after the first major community update, but it was more like, just use Steam Big Picture if you can. Well, mostly because of entire X input integration and all that. And I have not really gotten the hang of gyroscope aiming. Not single controller gyroscope aiming. I mean, split Joy-Cons, yeah, that's fine. I can just put them on my lap stream like light guns and go, ta-da! Although, speaking of that, yeah, the starting Joy-Cons that came with my Switch are starting to die out on me.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's a frightening amount of stick drift. You may have noticed that when I was playing hard mode for Metroid Prime Remastered, where the beam selection would go out of whack, and sometimes I would just, tilt out of the way when I'm trying to aim or something. Yeah, I'm gonna need a new pair or two. One for traveling, and then one for just some of the more intense games I prefer playing split Joy-Cons with. Like Metroid Dread. I cannot play that game with a Pro Controller or an 8-bit though. Split Joy-Cons? I'm fine with that.
As in they're side by side?
No, as in I keep them separate. So,
oh, got it.
I guess I can just... Yeah, because I prefer... I prefer a little bit split controllers, so, if I'm playing on a chair, then, it's like, I would like to keep my wrists on the armrests as much as possible, and not too condensed together. It was the one reason I love playing with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck back in the day. Well, can't believe 16 years ago was back in the day, or 17. God, I'm old.
Hey, you're not that far behind me. or than me.
Yeah, I'm like 3 or 4 old. I'm like 3 or 4 years older than you.
About, yeah. And Half-Life, what's the other mode called?
Are you talking about versions or game modes or scenarios?
Like, isn't there a part 2 in the original Half-Life? What's it called?
So there are some expansions for Half-Life 1, although those were all subcontracted through Gearbox with Valve's blessing. But as far as like their canonicity, previously fitting at best, or some parts they say, yeah, we can just accept that. So yeah, Blue Shift.
That's PC, right? It's not console.
Yeah, Blue Shift and Opposing Force are both on PC. Decay is...
Oh, Decay, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Decay.
Yeah, Decay is PS2 exclusive.
Oh, okay, so
Although
there's no PC equivalent.
There are some attempts to port it on PC. So, I don't know what happened with the original Decay PC port. From what I heard, it's functioning-ish, but don't bet on it. So, that's unofficially... Also, unofficially, it's part of the single-player packs of Spend Co-op. So, although it's not necessarily 1-to-1, it's more you could play it with up to 8 players, although Decay is probably meant for 2-player. And as far as I've heard about making Decay more viable for a single player, there is a mod in the works for that. But yeah, there's a lot of puzzles and other things and other balance considerations they have to rejig to make it more viable for single player. It is doable to do it single. I'll show it when I do Decay, but yeah, there's a lot of back and forth or 2-player dependent puzzles, roughly speaking. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I'm probably exaggerating. Pretty much when I say a lot, I tend to exaggerate that a lot. Maybe,
What's on the docket for tomorrow and Sunday?
yeah, maybe down the line, maybe I'm taking breaks from Paper Mario for the next few weeks. Yeah, I want to show events a little bit of a Double Dragon and River City Ransom. I can show them off on the NES on Switch Online. So there's that. Well, this was like right after I finished River City Girls, and I'd be willing to give that game another shot. Or I don't know. I'll probably not do New Game Plus on the air. There's nothing you guys are gonna learn from that, or at least nothing I can show you guys that's gonna be additive or worthwhile to the streaming experience. So yeah, I'll probably show off both of those games on some Friday night. Let me think about it. But yeah, Matt, if you were wondering about the split Joy-Con setup, it would be like this.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm looking at your camera. That's what. Of course, Switch is the first to really do that.
Wii Remote and Nunchuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the one reason I liked playing a few games on the Wii, like Metroid Prime Trilogy or Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Just keep my hands on the armrests parallel and go have fun rather than having to close my arms together for a full body controller. But yeah, the stick's drifting mad leftward on this one. Also mad rightward. I don't really try to use these anymore. Unless I'm doing something that's like purely light gunny, like House of the Dead, but even then that's kind of a stretch. But yeah, the gyroscope aiming is that. I'm not a big fan of trying to tilt the controller to line up the shot. That ain't me. All right. Or maybe next time, Matt, you can probably try to tell me to give GoldenEye 64 on Switch another whirl. I'm not against that.
Yeah, probably not tonight since it's past midnight, but yeah, maybe another weekend.
Yeah, like I said, again, there's no shortage on what I can do for Fridays. It's like, I name it, you guys want it, I'll try to roll with it. It's just Tuesdays and one of the weekends. Major RP, that's pretty much just my major headliner RPG that I really want to go through.
Yeah, we could do as a filler.
Yep.
Because how hard did we get the last time? I'm trying to remember. I think you got past Silo.
On Double O.
Yes.
Or I got shot halfway through Silo.
Yeah, you have to really duck a lot. Peer around the corner a lot. I gotta say, I don't really do the right and then analog stick to kind of peer. I just kind of slowly creep up and then shoot them around the corner. But that's just my style of doing it.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange when you go through GoldenEye on twin sticks. You know, it's like you're doing on one stick. It's basically, if you're doing like the 1.2 setup, you know, essentially you're having D-pad act. You could probably move with the D-pad, or otherwise, it's otherwise the left stick. Otherwise, the left.
I'm a 1.1 honey guy, so.
Yeah, I'm more of a solitaire player, so.
Trying to remember off the top of my head what buttons are for what in solitaire. Like, what's changed, like, compared to 1.1?
Okay, so solitaire is more or less like modern shooters, where the stick is purely for aiming, but you move and strafe with the C buttons. Whereas like 1.1 is more tank controls-ish.
1.4, you said?
1.1.
Oh, 1.1.
Like, you can still move forward and backward, but then when you tilt the stick, you turn left and right instead of strafe left and right.
Yeah, I'm totally okay combining stick with C buttons if I want to strafe and all that. I'm fine with that, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's like if you've been playing 1.1 a lot, I would say definitely
stick with it.
Well, I would also say if you're going to be playing Metroid Prime one of these days, either the OG GameCube version or if you're going to do remastered with classic controls, you'll feel right at home with that setup.
There you go.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've kind of been. That's one thing that's been kind of floated around. Like when people play Metroid Prime for the first time, they're going, "Oh my god, what's with the controls here?" I'm like going, GoldenEye or Perfect Dark 1.1. If you played with that format, you're already comfortable with it.
Yes.
Like if you play like other twin stick shooters or you've been playing with the solitaire format, not my fault. Although I do remember that you can do proper twin sticks with the N64 controllers because the dual controller formats allowed you to do that. I'm going, oh right, that. Domino and the other three. I forgot what their names were.
Yeah, 2-point and 3-point. Oh wait, there's only one 2-point. Yeah.
Could have sworn there were 4 two controller configurations, or there were only 2.
Because the one range goes like 1.1, 2, and 3, I believe, or in 4 maybe. That's literally how glue them out to 1.1, and 2-point obviously involves 2 controllers.
Oh, sweet! They actually brought freaking Extreme G on Switch Online. Oh, I'm a happy man. So, Honey, Solitaire, Kissy, Good Night.
Oh, good night. So it's like 4 or 5, and the one controls.
All
Well,
right, the single control stick ones are Honey, Solitaire, Kissy, and Good Night. That's the single controller ones.
okay, there's 4 of those. Got it.
And then the dual controller ones are Plenty, Galore, Domino, and Goodhead.
Okay, so there's 8 total.
Yeah, I think Domino is the one that's more modern stick shooter. So left shoulder to aim, right shoulder to shoot.
Of course, the N64 controller by itself doesn't do that, so that's why you need 2.
Yeah, I think that's what I've seen Groslu do when he was doing some of his later ones for just twin sticking in general, as in assign 2 controllers to one, and then just map one controller's analog stick to each. That way you can do a proper twin sticks rather than a digital to analog.
Yeah. And Domino, you can use. Can you really use any of the 2 controller styles to affect the cutscenes, or does it have to be Domino?
From what I heard, because of how multiplayer finicky things work, I believe if you're thinking about getting one more last laugh on Baron Samedi, it has to be a dual controller set.
Oh yeah, I know it has to be dual. I'm just wondering if it has to be exclusively Domino.
I honestly don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, because shoot is on player 2's side.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And because I don't know if the technical explanation was for any gunshot effect to show up on screen during cutscenes, it has to be any other player or player 2 itself that has to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Think that was just left exposed by accident, or
Probably an accident.
Of course, you kill Baron Samedi in the cutscene, it's an endless loop. Unless you press start. Do you really rely on auto aim that much in GoldenEye 64 when you have it on?
For me to align, yes, and then I'll just fine aim and then just shoot for the head right after. Mostly because sometimes you can shoot enemies beyond what the rendering range is if you have a rifle or the like. So you might be pointing with the AR-33 somewhere in the fog, and then you're going, okay, that's a general idea of where he is. Now can I zoom in and just shoot him in the face?
The only real detriment with not having auto aim, I'd say, is either control or the first leg of Cradle, where that first guy comes down the. Not really comes down, but comes across that path, trying to chase after Alec. So you have to manually guess where the guy is and then shoot him with your PPK.
Either that, or you have to play the level only so many times before you realize, yeah, that is the opening guy. It's like I better know where he is.
Yes. Of course, auto aim. If you run just right to the middle point and kind of point your gun up at the right time, your auto aim will lock on. You can kill him quickly.
Yeah, as far as like turning off auto aim and other ones go, I know people who do Dark Agent runs, as in maxed out sliders for Perfect Dark, they tend to leave it off because unshielded headshots are guaranteed insta kills.
So auto aim can get a little finicky too if you're not careful.
Yeah.
I'll probably do the no auto aim challenge again, but Crow really kicked my ass last time.
Well, you can always do like a little. You can always do like a little. Add a little text element on stream and just put a little plus sign or some other character with like where the center of the display.
Or just really practice low beforehand.
Yeah, that too.
Of course, doing it with OBS conditions. Of course, I'm not streaming or recording it, but yeah, just emulating kind of a practice run with OBS conditions and all that.
Yeah, so I would just put like a little plus sign, set it a little bit translucent. Say, okay, this is where I can aim. It's cheap, but don't knock it if it works.
Is it just when the enemy hit is on top of that plus sign, it's easier to kill them?
Yeah.
Was that an OBS or Microsoft Paint?
I'm doing it in OBS.
Okay, I didn't know it could do that.
Yeah, you can add text elements in that. Do something like that. Ta-da!
Looks like... yeah, just kind of get their head between the reticles and then boom.
Yeah, or I would just do like a semi-translucent plus sign. Not a solid plus sign, but yeah, you can do something like this, or no, not that. Or you can do what some other games do. Okay, you know what? This isn't working. I need something mono. Not bloody air. Or something like this. Just 2 underscores and a pipe. That can work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just hold R, don't tilt the stick, and then just align your little reticle with your little text reticle with where the center aiming spot is supposed to be. Yeah, it kind of speaks volumes that Perfect Dark added a reticle by default option, so you don't have to do too much with guesswork. But yeah, back then it's like when we had the glass CRTs, you just put like a dry erase marker or put like 2 pieces of tape on the glass and put like a little Sharpie dot on the tape to say, yeah, this is where we're shooting. And then all you have to do is just just spray a little glass cleaner on a paper towel, wipe it down, and then back to watching TV like normal. You can't really do that with our modern LCD setups. You just
No, that would ruin it.
But yeah, you kind of get the idea.
Yeah, I do.
All right, well, closing time, Mott. Last call.
Probably in like 10 minutes. I'll do Age of Empires 2. For next 2 days, I'm just gonna do a 3-part closing arc with it because I just kind of want to get it out of the way. So for tomorrow, tonight, tomorrow night, and then Sunday night, I'll just get the last 6 scenarios of the Conquerors expansion from the Conquerors anthology done. I think, Monday or Tuesday I'll take another stab at Zelda 2, but my gosh, it's a little rough, I will admit. Wednesday or Thursday I'll do DS9 The Fallen. I'll continue on with Cisco's storyline, and then Friday or Thursday I'll do Everything or Nothing again. I don't think it'll take me too long to beat it. It might just take me a couple more sessions. I'll probably do the platinum stuff down the road, maybe not as a stream, but as like a local recording, maybe. I definitely want to do that, but here in the streams, I just kind of want to get the story presented. So, and I think what I'll do, I'm probably gonna take a break from RTS games after maybe a 1 or 2 game cycle break afterwards. But once I do RTS games again, it'll definitely be Mech Commander 2 for sure, because it's been about a half a year since I did Mech Commander the original. So and then once I know Age of Empires 2, I think I'm gonna do Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Lear on GameCube. Because it's been half a year since I did Bounty Hunter, which was on GameCube and PS2. So why not? I need to. Oh yeah, and it's been since I haven't. Man, I can't talk. I did Rogue Squadron and N64 last summer, so it's been going up on a year since I've done that. So I'll also do the second one after I'm done with Age of Empires 2. Why not? So, that's my overall game. My game plan as far as streams go.
All right. For me, later down the line, so Fridays, I'm gonna shift to putting Paper Mario on Friday night with you guys. So it'll be
Friday night. Paper Mario.
Yeah. So we'll do Paper Mario 64 on the Fridays, and on the off chance that well, more than unlikely, on the off chance that I beat it before Thousand Year Door comes out, I will probably do some other filler on the side. But then once Thousand Year Door comes out, we'll do that for Fridays right after. Again, that's like another 20 to 30 hour RPG if I know what I'm doing. I'm not sure if I'm going to attack too much of the side content. Don't bet on it happening, though. As far as what happens after that, though, that's to be determined. But Tuesdays and one of either Saturday or Sunday in the meantime, it's still going to be Trails to Azure, so might alternate between progression and side quest stuff. That depends on how the game goes. What else? But yeah, let me just put Half-Life Decay on the docket for Sunday afternoon for the next 2, and then after that, it's a big play it by ear or do nothing. We'll see. But
yeah, makes sense.
That's all I have for now. I know, like, new tower specs, like, once I get it all assembled, like, June or July, I don't know if I want to try out any new titles for filler right after that. Problem is, though, like, next year, though, it's going to be a little bit finicky because I want to do Trails of Cold Steel and Mass Effect. I'm going, that might be a little bit too much for me. But I'll see if I can balance it out.
As far as like how all the games kind of how much time they take all together, you mean?
Yeah, because I know
Got it.
Cold Steel is probably going to be like another 50 to 80 in installments. It's 4 installments long, which is why I'm only going to be like doing 2 at a time. I think I'd be insane if I tried to do all 4 in 1 year. I mean,
Yeah, they're that big. Yeah,
I mean, I could, but I have a freaking day life.
we both do. We got lives outside of games.
Yeah.
We're functioning adults with a job to do.
Hmm.
Yep. Yeah. I'll start Age of Empires 2 in like 10 minutes or so.
All right.
Hope. Do you still think software encoder is the best, more stable encoder?
Again, it depends on how confident you are in your hardware. In my case, my processor is kind of crappy, but my video card's been picking up the slack, so that's why I use hardware a little bit more. That and hardware, I can tolerate the artifacting, whereas like for software, if something goes wrong, then entire chunks of video get lost or dropped outright. So that's why I've stuck with hardware whenever I could.
Yeah, I do hardware as well usually. Yeah, I try to do the Wi-Fi router I'm closer to, so yeah, I'll just stick with that. Though I want to look into getting a Ethernet cable, so I don't have to I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi just dying. So,
and I'd also say with software encoding, it's very processor dependent. So, make sure you keep your system cool. So, if you're streaming off your laptop, at least have the chill mat ready.
Where the hell can I buy one of those?
Most
work at Amazon.
That and most electronic retailers, and I think you and Slinger would want to hear this. The Seattle Kraken, from what I've heard on ESPN, they're moving to rabbit ears for their broadcasts starting next season. That and they've also said for those in Washington, Idaho, and Oregon, or at least almost all of Washington, and then most of Idaho and Oregon. Really depends from what I've heard. I have yet to hear the details hashed out. One, the Kraken are going to be on Rabbit Ears TV for most of the season. Two, they're going to be on. Two, also what they're trying to do is if you live in the area and you have a Prime subscription, they're trying to iron out a Prime Video deal.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they've been trying to get. Yeah, from what I heard, when Warner Brothers Discovery shut down AT&T Sportsnet, pretty much all the teams left over had to fend for themselves or go to someplace else. Apparently, apparently from what I heard, it's like Rude Northwest has been having a few technical and production problems, and the Kraken said they want out.
Interesting.
So yeah, they're trying to move up. So yeah, they said they're trying to move over to Rabbit Ears, and anyone who has a Prime subscription in these 3 states, we'll give you access to the games that way as well. Because I know the Knights and the Knights. I don't know about the Coyotes. I know the Knights and the NBA's Utah Jazz. They both went to Rabbit Ears.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're who was bankrolling them? Oh yeah, it was Scripps, Ion's parent company. So they've been trying to get their hands on the sports scene, and they got a few inroads. I know the Phoenix Suns. I think think they went to rabbit ears as well. I don't know about the coyotes. I know, yeah, not for Major League Baseball. I don't think they can do too much on rabbit ears. Not with all the insane RSN money. Some teams are just making ham over fist.
Isn't Rabbit Ears its own network too? Like as opposed to like Dish or Comcast?
Rabbit ears is like over the air stuff. So like our 6 regular ass channels.
Got it.
And then some. Yeah, I know. It's like I had one of my classmates who lived like out in the mountains where rabbit ears wouldn't reach him, so it was like it was kind of a surprise. So it's like, you know, he talked about like having like cable or satellite out there, and then I'm going, yeah, it's like you live in a major suburban area. That's what I mean by rabbit ears TV.
Do you prefer Rabbit Ears?
In some cases, yes. However, you know, it's more of a broadcast infrastructure problem we have.
Oh, and Philly.
I'd say across the states, because you know, it's like it's like you hear fans on the internet just bitching about it. It's like, why are these broadcasts still in like 720p when we have 4K TVs? It's like, we don't have the entire landline infrastructure to carry a 4K signal that reliably all over the place.
That's backwards.
And 2, it's like you also have to upgrade the freaking broadcast towers as well.
Correct.
Yeah, it's more like it's more just a big it's more like just nobody's arsed to upgrade the infrastructure just yet, or at least not on the scale they want.
You know, that's a one-way connection.
Multicasted though.
Oh, yeah. Because Simplecast is just the traditional cable communication to, like, you know, television. At least I think that's what it's called.
All right. Well, I think I've had enough rambling for the night, so because I think we've been done with Half-Life for like the last 50 minutes.
Pretty much.
All right. That's all I have for now.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm going to the Dallas Stars. For the love of God, just try to win one against the Knights, will you, please? Good night.
Keep it real, guys.
And don't let keeping it real go wrong.
It will if you